I'm joined by Kyle Balgames. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max Mcvety.
Congratulations, Brian to Mars. Zach Allen.
I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Proto Counter-Attack here, Relax.
Alright, welcome to RW Hobbies and Games in Livonia, Michigan, where today we are making magic happen. I'm Zach Allen, joined by my teammate,
Max Mcvety.
So today we're playing some Paper Pioneer for everybody. I have Jeskai Lukka on my side. If you watch my channel, any of the videos previously, last couple days, you'll notice I had a love affair going with SRAM. I was playing way too much SRAM online. I couldn't stop, but I think we've gotten it out of the system now, and kind of bombed out of the event on Sunday with it, the Pioneer Showcase. SRAM did not treat me well there, unfortunately. And then you'll see that the deck I was debating between playing was SRAM and Jeskai Lukka, so I played a Lukka league right after and just 5-0, 10-0'd the league. So now I'm kind of off SRAM and onto Lukka. We got a new favorite deck to play here. So I'm going to be playing some Lukka. We're going to test it out. The idea with Lukka is you're trying to abuse... I'm going to read Lukka for you. So you're trying to abuse this card. Lukka is a 5-mana Planeswalker, 3 double red. It starts with 5 loyalty and it says... It has a plus that says exile the top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards exiled this way gain. You may cast this card from exile as long as you control a Lukka Planeswalker. My deck has 3 creatures in it total, so it's very unlikely I ever plus this card. In fact, I'll have a lot of opportunities to plus it and then just not do that. We are playing it specifically for the -2. It's the only thing we're ever going to use it for, but it says -2, exile target creature you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, essentially what we're doing is we have a bunch of things that make tokens. Omen of the Sun, Flash Enchantment makes 2 1/1 humans. Birth of Meletus makes an 0/4 wall, gets me a plains. Shark Typhoon makes a shark and cycles. And then I have Castle Ardenvale that I can just tap and make a 1/1 human. I also have Elspeth Sun's Champion as a finisher / tokens maker. But what I'm going to do is use these tokens, get them in play, and then I'm going to use it. Lukka's -2 on them, so I'm going to exile it, and then I get to flip cards from the top of my library until I hit a creature. The only creature I can hit in this deck is Agent of Treachery. Agent of Treachery is a 7-mana 2/3. Then when it enters the battlefield, I gain control of target permanent. Just target permanent, not non-land, so I can start stealing your lands if I want to. And then it also says at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. That sounds like flavor text, but I promise you I've drawn 9 cards in my end step multiple times with this deck. And the reason that's possible is because you have 3 agents in the deck, so Lukka essentially is 2 agents if you just have 2 tokens to sacrifice, but you also have Yorion the Sky Nomad as a companion. So I'm in an 80 card deck, I have Yorion on my sideboard, I can get Yorion and then blink Agent of Treachery once I put it into play, and just get more and more agent triggers. I can use Teferi Time Raveler to blink my Yorion, return it to my hand, recast it, get more agent triggers. I can also just use Teferi on Agent of Treachery, return it to my hand, all of that. I also have Elspeth Conquers Death as the removal spell of choice in the deck. 5 mana, it enters the battlefield, exiles target permanent or non-land permanent with CMC 3 or greater. So we're using it as a removal spell, but then it has a third mode of return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then I put a +1/+1 counter on it if it's a creature, or a loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker. So with Nahiri, I could, if I draw an agent, I can pitch the agent into my graveyard and then get it back with an Elspeth Conquers Death trigger. I can also do the same thing with like a Teferi or an Elspeth, pitch it into the graveyard, get it back with Elspeth just by using Nahiri's +1. Nahiri's -8. She pluses really quick, right? So she starts at 4, goes +2 twice. I can -8 to get an agent as well. Put an agent in play, gain control of target permanent. Then end step, the agent returns to my hand, so that I can recast it again the next turn, steal more stuff. Basically, I'm trying to abuse Agent of Treachery really hard. I have a bunch of ways in the deck to do it, and I'm going to be very focused on stealing your stuff, essentially. Yeah, so We're going to be Blinking Agent. The way we the curve is really high. You're going to notice I have some very high CMC stuff. The way we're abusing that is Fires of Invention. Fires of Invention goes extremely well with Yorion because you can cast 2 spells for free with Fires without tapping your lands, and if the second spell is Yorion, you can blink out your Fires and then use your mana to cast more spells. So you can have some really ridiculous turns with Yorion involved, and you kind of have this like hard lock of like put Yorion into play, blink out Teferi, blink out your Fires, cast more stuff, they all come back. Next turn you can use your Teferi to blink Yorion again, play Yorion with Fires, blink it out, just keep going. You can just keep abusing Yorion every turn with Teferi, essentially. So that's most of the deck. I have Narset for value, just a good card against other decks that want to draw cards. For removal, I have Supreme Verdict, Elspeth Conquers Death, and Chain to the Rocks. I think Chain to the Rocks is one of the biggest things this deck has. It is... White just has really bad removal in this format. There's not a good removal spell that is commonly played. There's a bunch of like bad ones that people all try to kind of decide between. And Chain to the Rocks is just half as much mana as any of the bad ones, and less conditional than all of them. So in terms of what it does, it's just the best one. The problem with it is I have to enchant a mountain. That's the restriction on it, and there's not very many Sacred Foundry decks, white-red decks in the format that can actually use this. But with the printing of the Triomes in the last set, this deck now gets to play Steam Vents, Sacred Foundry, Raugrin Triome, which has all the basic land types, including Mountain, all 3 of the colors of my deck. And I'm also playing Ketria Triome as just a blue-red land. It can make green mana. I don't have anything that makes green, but it's a cycling land that is blue and red, also type Mountain for Chain to the Rocks. And then I have Fabled Passage and a basic Mountain. So if I'm playing against a Field of Ruin deck, I can, Fabled Passage up my basic Mountain, Chain to the Rocks on my Mountain. And yeah, that's basically everything this deck's doing. You want to tell them what you're doing, Max?
I'm playing Blue-White Spirits. It's basically the deck I've played since Pioneer has been a format, so I'm pretty experienced in it. The main draws to it are these 3 cards, Mausoleum Wanderer, Supreme Phantom, and Spellqueller. They kind of were what made Modern Spirits playable, and they now are also what makes Pioneer Spirits playable. I think if any one of these individually didn't exist, I don't think you could really play this deck. Like, Wanderer is just amazing on turn 1. It like clocks them the whole game, and is really good against decks like this where I guess you don't actually have that many instant sorceries that are counterable, but generally against like blue-white control decks, just like being able to stop their counter spells or whatever, it's just a really powerful card. And same with Supreme Phantom, it's a 2-mana lord that there's not that many 2-mana lords, like basically like only really Merfolk gets those.
Exactly. There's
yeah.
Merfolk has 2-mana lords, and then this one in Spirits, I guess there's a 2-mana lord that's a dog from the new set, but there's just not very many.
Yeah, so this card's just fantastic. Like, yeah, basically, like I said, if any of these cards didn't exist, you couldn't really play Spirits. And Spellqueller is a really, really fun card to play with, especially in matchups like this. It can counter Supreme Verdict, which is really important. I'm like a creature deck. It can counter Jeskai Fire's Invention.
Yep.
Really hard card to play. Like, it took me like a few months to even really learn how to do it right, because like I think mostly you should play this card as like a tempo card where you're just counting basically anything that moves, but it's always more complicated than that. There's also these 3 new cards that are from M21 that I'm pretty excited to try out. Watcher of the Spheres makes all my flying creatures cost less, and whenever I play a creature with flying, it gets bigger for the turn. I'm not sure how relevant the second ability would be. It'll mostly come into play like when I like play a Lord main phase and then like try to finish off a Planeswalker. But for the most part, I think I'm playing this to make my like Spell Quellers and Supreme Phantoms cost less, and just like have some like really explosive turns on like turn 3 or 4. Another new card is Shacklegeist. It makes it so I can tap 2 untapped spirits, even if they have Summoning Sickness, to tap a creature I don't control. I think not very relevant in this matchup, but in like more like racing matchups like mono black and mono red aggro, like I think this could be pretty powerful. And then lastly, the card I'm most excited is Lofty Denial. It's essentially a mana leak in this deck, which is not mana leak in Pioneer.
Nope, mana leak's a really powerful card.
Yeah, so like especially because you have so much like flash stuff, like I'll leave up Rattle Chains, but I'll just have mana leak as well, and I think it's going to play really well in this deck, and it even makes them pay 4, which is slightly better.
Yeah, slightly better.
Yeah.
And your deck's like a tempo deck, so essentially it's just counterspell in this deck.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have right after a Supreme Verdict, after I kill all your stuff, maybe it won't be perfect, but at any other point in the game, it's going to be really good.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much close to just better mana leak, which, yeah, isn't a card that exists in Pioneer, so I think it's going to be pretty sweet.
Yep, and Yeah, this deck has some really powerful cards. Spell Queller for sure. I mean, you saw Kyle playing it in Modern last week.
Yeah.
Card's just very good.
It's a classic Kyle. Kyle is so good at playing with Spell Queller.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Shacklegeist isn't really for this matchup, but you know, I was playing that SRAM deck, and getting the thing you've OR'd up and made into a 10/10 tapped every turn is really miserable. So yeah, that's what we're doing. You want to shuffle up in battle?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. All right, we're back. You want to roll the die, Max?
Sure.
I'll call odd. Let's go on the play.
It's big.
Important for this matchup. Okay, so I've got a Yorion in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my sideboard and draw another card.
That makes sense.
Good to remember that. That was a really bad draw for that, but I still think this hand is a keep. I got my colors here. I got an extra land here. I got some search. I got a little defense, although it's not good in this matchup, but still mostly good. This is a little awkward, but we'll get there, so I think I'm going to keep.
My hand. I don't have any white mana, but I have some good cards. I have a Lord. No 1-drop, but I'm on the draw, so I'll probably draw one immediately. And yeah, let's go.
All right. I'm going to play a Ketria Trial and pass.
1-drop. No. Alright. Island go.
Good, 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 good. Alright, that's an awkward draw, but it's actually better in this matchup than you would think. I'm going to play a Birth of Meletus and search up a Plains.
Yeah.
And then it's your go while I look for a Plains.
Okay. I drew white mana. That's nice.
There is Plains.
I guess I'll just try to go nuts with this thing and see what happens. Watcher of the Spheres.
That's scary. My hand doesn't answer that very well at the moment.
Go.
Alright. I think Max is going to go nuts next turn. You also did have a 1-drop, which means your hand is full of 2s. You could, like, realistically play 3 2-mana spells next turn.
Hopefully one of them's Selfless Spirit. So
But yeah,
Wrath.
yeah, that makes sense.
But I actually have no idea. Are we playing open lists?
We are playing open.
How many
lists.
Wraths do you have?
I have 4 verdicts.
Oh my god.
And more post-board.
I can't handle it.
80 card deck, though. 80 card deck.
Oh yeah, you probably can never have it then. I'll just operate as if you can never have it.
Alright, draw for turn. That's what I drew. I get a wall. Good luck getting through this, Max.
It's just there to be Luka'd.
Yeah, you're going to need it. So, I could do this, but it doesn't do anything against Max's deck, so I'm going to instead do this and just make sure I hit my land. So I'm going to main phase an Omen of the Sea so you can't counter it. And then scry 2.
Yeah, doing things that do things instead of things that don't do things is probably good.
So, I do like this, and I want to draw it. It's awkward because I need a second of that color. My color's a little off. But I have this, so I think we'll get there. And I'm just going to go ahead and top both of these and draw.
Top
And then
both.
wait. I'm going to play a land. I'm going to play the plains you know about and
Okay,
pass.
so now I come to the decision of every Magic game I've ever played of do I jam into Wrath or not.
Do you jam into Wrath, Max?
Well, my hand doesn't really play that well against Wrath either way, so I think the answer is just probably yes.
Okay.
And just get destroyed. I'm just gonna play like 3 creatures this turn. Yeah, just like I don't like my other option would be to leave this up, I guess, or just like play just this and leave this up. That could be good, but like if he just doesn't, if you like just don't Wrath me next turn, I just play all these. I think you might just actually die. So you do have 2 planes.
I definitely have the white to cast Verdict. This is the blue.
Yeah.
I just need any land.
Any land, and you need to have, and you did top both. I don't know anymore, actually. I'm less certain about jamming into Wrath. Zach's really talking like he has Wrath. So if I play, I could play this, attack for 3, end of turn do this. So you'd go 3 to 17, and then I have these 2, and I play this Lord, and then I could do 10, so you'd be at 7. Where if I do this, then I hit you for 6 this turn, down to 14, and then next turn I have... I guess it's not lethal either way, so I might as well play around it like a little bit. Okay, then I'll just play this thing.
Shacklegeist?
Yep, attack for 3.
I go to 17.
Okay, go.
Alright. My birth. Oh, I draw first.
Oh yeah, and
Didn't
you're
hear
getting
about that one.
2 life.
Birth goes off, I go back to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Birth is dead. Already drew for turn. So Max is representing a counterspell. I have things I can do to play around that, so I'm just going to play my land for turn and pass.
Okay. I'll end of turn play a cheaper Nebelgast Herald
Okay.
and tap this. Oh, if it resolves.
It does resolve.
Okay.
My wall's tapped, so it's not blocking. Not like it was going to block anyway. But
now, yeah, now I'm tapped out of counter spells.
I am going to take advantage of this and go ahead and just get my Omen into play. We're looking for specifically a couple cards here, so see what I can find. That's not a bad one. I definitely don't want that, so I'm going to top this and bottom that one.
Yep.
And then draw.
Okay.
And pat.
End of turn, tap.
Okay. Still tapped.
Yep.
Wait, does it untap if you tap?
No.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, would you have Raft last turn if you had Raft? Okay, so I'll play land. I could just like jam these and deal you a lot of damage, but not lethal. It would be 14 damage. Okay, so like probably what might happen is you next turn you might like play Lukka and get an Agent of Treachery. So I should probably like try to have lethal through an Agent of Treachery. It's probably the math I have to do because not losing to Agent is just playing around Wrath too much. I feel like. So Agent will take one of my things and block my things. So basically it like kills two things. So I need to not. Oh, but I can tap the blocker. So it only really kills one thing. So that's actually not that bad.
You can also tap it when I go to take it.
Sure.
You could like use.
Oh
this.
yeah. Well, I can only tap. Oh yeah. Well, I can target the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the wall will be gone, but you could target my agent.
Oh, the wall will be gone, but I can target the agent. Yes. Well, this is complicated. So I could just play nothing. Attack for 6. You're at 13. You play an agent. You take something. This thing, I guess. And then on my turn, I play a bunch of stuff and attack you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 3, 11, and I'm attacking for 6 down to 3. So it's not enough. So I just have to play at least one thing. I'll play at least one thing. I'll play this thing.
Okay.
Attack.
So this is 3,
It's
right?
10. Yeah, this is
3.
4.
Well, he's not a spirit.
Oh no. Okay. 9.
9.
Yeah.
I'm at 10.
Okay. Go ahead.
10 is somewhere on here. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, my turn.
Mhm.
My wall has untapped. It's back, ready to block.
Not for long. Oh yeah. Okay.
So, this card doesn't do anything. Now would be a very good time for a sweeper, but I don't have it.
Wow. So
I'm
lucky.
gonna make the play I have. I have to go down to 8.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast a Lukka.
Yeah. I did fail to leave up 2 untapped spirits to be able to do the tap thing, but oh well, that's life.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess you could respond if you wanted.
I could. I'm gonna not respond.
Okay. So Lukka's in play.
Yep.
I am going to exile my wall. That good?
Yep, that's good.
So just to be clear on the video, if Max had like Path to Exile here, which is not a card in the format, but if you did,
Yeah.
or like a bounce spell, you could like unsummon. Unsummon is in the format. If you had unsummon here, you could unsummon my wall, and the Lukka ability would fizzle. So it is kind of risky to do this. I need to pick my spot, but I'm gonna die on board, so might as well go for it.
Yeah.
So that's exile. We're flipping cards off the top. There's gonna be a lot of these. It's an 80 card deck. Alright. Supreme Verdict. Chain to the Rocks. That would have been good. Shark Typhoon. That also would have been good. Another Supreme Verdict.
This is such a ridiculous process. It's like this was not.
Alright, I think I go on the bottom in a random order.
Yeah.
Random order. All right. Is this
Imagine
random
if we had to like play a PT where people just like doing that like all the time.
That'd be really annoying. In their 80 card decks.
Yeah.
Is this random enough for you, Max?
That's fine.
All right, very good.
I think you're dead, so it's fine.
All right, good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your Lord.
Okay. You have a Lord.
I have Lord.
Yep.
And then I'll pass to you. We can block now, so we're safe.
Can you block though?
Well, maybe you can block.
Can okay. So I can play everything in my hand. Play this. Tap with this.
All right, I can't block. I thought I could block.
Play this and tap that.
Okay, also blocked.
Play this
Or
and
tapped.
tap both. Those.
Okay, all tapped.
Attack for lethal.
So I'm gonna count 3, 3, and
Many.
That one, if it was just 2, would kill me, but it's 5.
No, it's 6. 6. It's flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 6.
Yeah.
All right, that is definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. Was the next card verdict?
Yeah. Basically, that game was like if you had verdict, I probably lost, but if you didn't.
Yeah, maybe I should have been more aggressive with like bottoming early to look for verdict specifically. But I had like the only cheap removal still in my deck is Chain of the Rocks, which I didn't have, and you can't really be mulliganing just for that.
Yeah.
And if I drew it, it would have been good. I had Elspeth Conquers Death, so if you ever like had to play out the 3-mana Lord, I would have been in a good spot. But obviously, your hand was just all 2s, so you never needed to do that, and I got punished for it. All right, so we're back post board. That didn't go well for me. I think we talked about it. Maybe I should have been looking for Wrath more aggressively. That play on turn 2 is really scary. I know you said it was a new addition, but Watch for the Spheres was terrifying.
Yeah, like if you were in a Wrath deck, I would have just played so many things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think you're kind of playing that over Collected Company, right? So, it's like speed versus power, I guess. But
yeah.
It seemed really good there.
Yeah, definitely powerful.
So anyway, post board, I just needed more cheap plays. So I'm bringing my Mystical Disputes, 1 mana to basically counter every single spell in your deck. I think that one's gonna be good. I've got Anger of the Gods as additional sweepers. I got 2 of them. And then I'm doing a Lukka target swap, which is not something this deck did in Standard when it got banned, but is something it's doing in Pioneers. So I have Resolute Archangel here, which is a card from M15, I guess. 7 mana 4/4 flyer. Says when it enters the battlefield, my life total becomes equal to my starting life total. So for all intents and purposes, it ETBs, my life total is 20. I'm mostly bringing it in because it's a 4/4 blocker that flies, so I can block your stuff. But I can make my life total 20, and then you might be able to get in a big hit. You might be able to tap it and get in a big hit me for like 12 or 15 or something, and then I can blink it with Yorion and just go right back to 20. So
yeah, it seems really good against me.
yeah, it seems like a much better target. Like you saw there, I put an Agent of Treachery in play, stole a thing, and it just didn't matter at all. So I think that's a fine swap. I only have 2 of them in my sideboard, so I'm cutting down on a Lukka because I don't want to be going too heavy into that package. I want to have access to it, but not have it be the focal point of my deck, I guess. And I'm cutting all the Agent of Treacheries because, when I minus my Lukka, I want to hit the Angel. I don't want to hit the Agent. And if I leave in 1 Agent, it's like a 1/3 chance I hit an Angel or an Agent, so they just all have to come out. I guess you could, if I just really wanted more targets, I could leave them both in, but
yeah, because I am cutting a lot of my tapping stuff, so like they become more 2-for-1s than they were in that game at least.
Sure, but again, I still just think not really all that worth it.
Yeah, you just focus on the control aspect.
I'm cutting Elspeth because Elspeth is really good at finishing games against fair decks that have a hard time beating all the 1/1s, or against decks that attack on the ground that can't beat 1/1s on the ground. Your deck attacks in the air and can just essentially ignore the card, so it does not very much there. Its minus could be good against you. Like there is a scenario where you have 4-power creatures in play, but a lot of your guys are 1 power or 2 power, so you would need like 2 lords in play already. And then if you already had 2 lords in play, like I'm probably dead anyway, so I think this card mostly doesn't do anything. And Omen of the Sun, again, like I can make 2/1 blockers, but you just fly over them, and gaining 2 life is not good against you. You hit me in chunks, so I think for the most part I can cut some of the Lukka enablers and the Lukka package and just board in more early interaction, life gain, like ability blocker thing, and then just win with the planeswalkers I have.
Makes sense.
All right, what are you doing?
So I'm cutting all my things that tap creatures because you're not really playing that many creatures.
I got 2.
Yeah.
I guess you maybe tapping your
Like the flash threat of Herald is nice just because like flash creatures are good against Wraths, but for the most part I think counterspells are really good. Like I'm not really looking to try to beat Resolute Archangel. I'm mostly trying to not let you resolve it and try to just like tempo you out in the early game.
Sure.
So more counterspells are great. I'll go up to 8 counterspells total. I have 3 of the Lofty Niles, 3 Disputes, 2 Strokes. I wouldn't really want to go any higher than that, just because you want to have like a certain creature density. So I think the sideboard's actually like pretty well built, because I just get to cut all the cards I'm not very excited about and bring in 5 great counterspells.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we're back post board. I got a good old. It's a land heavy hand, definitely land heavy, but I got some early plays, so I think I'm gonna keep. This also cycles, so yeah, I think this is a keep.
My 7 had no lands.
All right, then definitely not a keep.
Yep.
All right, how we feeling about this 6?
It's It's a 1-lander. I think it's a mulligan. Yeah, I can't really cast any spells, so that would not help me win. I like casting spells.
Casting spells is good.
Yeah, like if I literally just drew an island right away, it would still just only be okay. It wouldn't even have been that good.
That's fair. Yeah. We have multiple lands now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep, and I have to bottom 2 full cards. So definitely bottoming this, and I want to keep these. This card's, I think, good in the matchup. I think I'll probably just get rid of my Lord, because I just want to have a 1-drop and a 2-drop, and I want to have this for like Teferi or something. So yeah, all right, bye Lord.
All right, we good to go?
Yep.
I'm gonna play a Raugrin Triumph, tap and pass.
Okay. So, does your deck play like Oath of Chandra or anything, like any sorcery speed? Or you also have Chain the Rock, so yeah, I'll just go land go. I would consider playing around like Mystical Dispute by main phasing my guy, but I will not do that.
Alright, I'm gonna play an island and cast the Birth of Meletus.
Sure.
Get a plains!
Yep, and while you look, I'll play this thing.
Sure.
And then
You're welcome to start your turn while I get this plans.
draw. So you have
I was drawing Resolute Archangel next. That was a good plane shuffle.
Mana Confluence. Yeah, this worked out last game, so yeah, I'll just jam this on 2 again. I'm at 19, and you are also at 19.
This is Scurry. I'm scared.
Is that fake scared or real scared?
No, I'm scared.
Okay.
Don't land everything, doesn't do anything. Alright, I'm gonna draw for turn.
Yep.
That was actually a really good draw.
Get your wall.
I get a wall.
Yeah.
Let's wall up.
No, don't have a really good draw.
That was a very good draw.
No.
I'm gonna play the plains Max knows about from birth. And then
Oh boy.
I'm going to go ahead and play a Teferi Time Raveler.
Please he doesn't survive, but it will be annoying.
It's good to set you back a little bit. It keeps me churning through my deck. Yep, return that to your hand and draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's your turn.
I'd like to draw a land, please. Not a land. Okay. Well, I'll kill the fairy.
Teferi's off the table. Goodbye, Tef. You did your work.
Yeah. Just jam it again.
He's back.
I'm at 18. Go.
It's like he never left.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to 21 in my draw step. Here we got this and another little die here to signify 21. We'll be going down quick pretty after, or we'll be going down quick next turn, so no big deal. And I think, given the texture of my hand, I think there's a real argument to just start looking for verdicts or sweepers. I think the best thing I can do, though, is I'm going to start the turn with an Omen of the Sea and then decide where I go from there. If I draw a Chain of the Rocks, I can cast it and play a tap land. If I don't and I want to do something else, I can Omen again. So we'll see. See what I get on the scries here. Alright, that's 2 Ketria Triumphs. I kind of want to cycle the one in my hand, so I'm going to bottom both of those.
Sounds easy.
And draw this. That was an absolutely atrocious draw. Which makes me think that I should Omen again and continue to look for interaction.
Get to untap.
So my Omen sees 2 cards I also don't want. We'll bottom those.
Yep.
And draw. Alright. Go ahead, Max.
Okay. Woohoo!
Drew the land.
But-
Big.
Plains does surprisingly little for me.
Okay.
but it is a Plains. it helps, but yeah. I didn't realize how bad Plains would be. I think just because I have this in my hand, I could get like a little frisky with these things, but I'm gonna hold off on that and just attack for 3. Put you to 18.
I go to 18.
Go ahead.
Alright. I'm going to draw for turn. That's actually a pretty good one. I don't think I want to do it here, though. I think I want to start going towards this. So I'm going to go that route. I'm going to shock down to 16 with a Hallowed Fountain. And then cast a Lukka.
Alright, this is why I didn't play anything, so I can pay the full to Mystical Dispute it.
Lukka's down.
And not get angeled.
And then it's your turn.
Yeah, I feel like Zach kind of saw that coming, but at least maybe it will do something for me. Okay, I guess you're at 16. Let's do a lethal check.
Oh no.
Does not seem lethal. Okay, I'll just attack for 3.
No, I'm screwed.
Yep,
Alright, I
3.
go to 13.
Go ahead.
Lethal check, not good.
You always gotta do lethal check.
Alright, fair enough.
Like, this thing does a lot of damage out of nowhere.
That's true. Still scary. Alright, draw for turn.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a draw that can let me play around Mystical Dispute if I want to. And given that Max used Mystical Dispute last turn, and then could have, like, saved a Mystical Dispute to have a better turn, I think it is worth doing. The upside of that, too, is that I get to do this. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is put a Fabled Passage in play, and then I'm going to cast it to Fairy.
That's put me in a strange situation here. Well, I guess it'd be really bad for me if you had, like, Anger of the Gods. But maybe you would have just I don't know, yeah. So I think I will respond in some way. But which way?
Fairy usually does do that to people.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, okay. I'll play Rattle Chains for 1. Target this with the thing.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll play another Rattle Chains.
This one targets?
This.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, this happens.
That's all that happened.
So now I have a choice of bounce another guy. I'm at 13. Let's say you play 1 Lord next turn, and I assume your hand isn't counters, so it's probably creatures. And it's probably not Spell Quellers. It could be Lords. If you play a Lord, this is 2, 3, so 2, 5, 8, 11. And if it's the 3-mana Lord, it's 12, so I'm not dead there. I think, though, I need to play this turn safe and make sure that I just don't die next turn on the crackback. Taking this off the board does let him re-trigger with this, but at the very least, it does not let you get more damage with a Lord. So I think, given these factors, I'm going to bounce one of the Rattle Chains that isn't hexproof. I think they're both.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah.
I guess, and with the minus on the stack, I'm going to fetch, because I don't want to draw the land I would fetch for, which I guess is a mountain at this point.
Sure. Yeah, and I did this because now this is a 4/4, so if he does anger, then at least I get to keep this thing and finish off the Teferi.
And that would be another reason to get mountain here, is that if I draw anger off the minus, then I can do it and get rid of some guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, this Plains... If I had a Selfless Spirit here, Plains would be nice, but I don't have one.
True.
But it did help me cast this,
Sure.
which was key. I would have had you would have had a 4/4 in play.
Alright, so draw off my Teferi minus. That's interesting. It does something. Okay. I'm gonna pass to you.
I hate having to play against Teferi when you have mana up. It's like... it's so annoying.
I could do anything.
Yeah, basically. Lethal check.
Do you have lethal?
No, lethal check.
Lethal check. Okay. Please don't lethal me.
Well, you might. You could have something. I don't know.
I could have
I
something.
don't know.
This deck is not a very good play at instant speed deck, though. I'm a Fire's Invention deck
I can only do 12.
with very many enchantments.
I can only do 12.
Interesting. Is it worth it to do 12, though?
No. Well, yeah. No.
Okay. It might be. It could be.
Yeah. I don't know how many things to send at. Does your deck play Azorius Charm?
I don't have a Azorius Charm. I have very little instant speed interaction.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm remembering from your
I
list.
could play Omen of the Sea, or Omen of the Sun.
Okay, so it's like pretty safe for me to just like only send a Sailor at Teferi.
There's some stuff I could have, but I don't want to just give you the full rundown.
Okay, even though we're playing with open lists, even though I should know.
There's one card you should be playing around.
Okay, I'll not think about it, and you probably have it. It sounds like.
I probably think I have it.
Yeah. I don't know your deck. I'll just play around with things in general then. There's one thing. Zach's trying to tell me something. He's trying to send me a message without telling me exactly what it is. So I saw what you boarded in. You boarded in Mystical Dispute. You boarded in Anger, which you can't cast because you didn't plus Teferi.
And my Angel.
And the Angel. So none of those. So it's something that's in your main deck
Yes.
that I probably saw
Yes.
at some point. But I have no idea what it is. So I'm going to just pretend like it doesn't exist.
Have you played very much Standard recently?
No.
Okay. Well then, maybe not. Maybe you don't know the card.
Okay.
If you play Standard, you definitely would know this card.
Oh no, no. Yeah, I've only been playing Modern and Pioneer.
Fair enough.
Okay, well... Yeah. I'm so close to knowing what to do. I guess the only option is to... just... Teferi. Teferi is so annoying. I can't even...
Yeah, there's a reason Teferi got banned in Standard.
Yeah.
This card is dumb.
They didn't ban it in Pioneer?
No.
You sure about that?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm playing it right now, so I hope it's not banned.
Yeah.
It could be like the year 2022 where cards get banned mid-event, so it might be banned.
Alright, I'm gonna just be scared
Mhm.
and send this at you and these two at Teferi. And see what happens.
Okay, Teferi dice.
I feel like there wasn't no card in your deck. You just made up a card.
No, there was.
Okay. Oh, you take two.
Okay, yep, 11.
Go.
Alright, so I'm going to still hold on to this because it could be good later. And then I'm going to go ahead and cycle my Triome.
Was that the card?
That was not the card.
Okay.
And then draw for
Zach just
turn.
played me. It was ridiculous.
That may or may not have happened.
Yeah.
So now we have an interesting decision here. I think what I'm supposed to do... Yeah, this is tough. Alright, so I think because I have a pretty good chance of living through the turn, if I lead on this, I'm going to start that way. Again, we're going to play around Mystical Dispute if Max has it. I'm going to cast a Fire's Invention.
Oh boy. Okay.
Fire's is in play.
Yep.
So Max didn't counter it. And if he could have countered it, he might have. There's a pretty good chance you would have. I don't know. And then I'm going to cast a Resolute Archangel with Fires.
Brutal. Okay.
Alright. Angel's in play. I go back to 20.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. So that's really annoying.
No. Sorry. Still on my turn.
Okay.
I'm going to put yours in my hand.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then it's your turn.
Okay, maybe I can just still kill you. That'd be sweet. Probably unlikely though.
To say 20 through a blocker, I would be stunned, but I would not put it past your deck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. End of turn, I'll play the Eagle,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go to 16 to play Rattle Chains.
Rattleman. Alright. So like 2 Lords maybe kills me. Nebelgast I think just does, right?
Yeah, I boarded them all out though, unfortunately.
Very good.
All right. Yeah, I'll just ship it. No math. Make you do the math.
I'm going to block the Watcher of the Spheres.
Say,
I think that's the scariest card here.
yeah, probably makes you the most likely to survive. Okay, I will flash in this.
Okay.
So you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14.
14, I go to 6.
Yep.
And then these trade, right?
Yep.
6.
Okay. I hope I don't get like raft. I guess you're gonna do a lot of deranged things next turn of Yorion and fires.
Well, I can try.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I kind of wish I still had my Angel, but I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm at 6. I'm untapping though. Draw. That's not really the draw we were looking for.
Woo!
There is a chance that I was supposed to
Scry
crack an Omen in my upkeep.
Yeah.
I might have messed that up.
It depends how desperate you are, I guess.
I may have messed that up. You have 1 card in hand?
Yeah.
So
Seems like you have probably roughly 1 million options right now.
there are very many options here. But I really need to kill... I guess if I kill a thing and make multiple blockers, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
I need to decide how I want to do this, though, which is going to be important, I believe.
I assume so, yeah. I would hope
You
it's
have
important.
1 card.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Queller doesn't beat any of these if it is a Queller. Could be a Dispute. I've not really given you a Dispute target since the first one. But I am going to end up giving you a Dispute target here, unfortunately. I guess I cannot do that. I could not give you a Dispute target, so... I think I'm going to play Hallowed Fountain tapped.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I think this is just the best way to do it. I'm going to play Elspeth Conquers Death with Fires.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I have 1 target, so I assume
Yep.
it's this exiled.
Is gone.
Yeah.
Exiled. Yeah.
How have you never had a Supreme Verdict? That's my question.
I can't find them. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess 80 cards is a lot of cards.
And then I'm going to cast a Yorion with Fires.
Yep.
Yorion is going to blink out these guys, I guess. Maybe you flash in.
And then,
something
yes,
anytime.
spell queller, I guess.
Probably won't, but you might.
Yeah.
But you probably just do it after the trigger's result, realistically, but maybe.
It could be some... You may cast like something I want to spell queller right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to, but
Okay,
maybe.
yeah, I guess, yeah, from my perspective.
Alright. I can't really do anything with this, so I'm just going to go to end step.
Okay.
And we're looking for something very specific here, so...
Oh, okay.
These will all come back. Would you like to cast anything with this trigger on this deck so I can exile it?
No, thank you.
Okay, very good. Well,
I'll pass.
Yep, okay. Probably a good decision on your part.
Yeah.
So these are going to come back. I got an ECD trigger that targets nothing. Fire's in place, so I can't cast anything, but I get 2 scries and a draw. So first one, scry 2. Don't want these 2 lands.
Wait, yeah,
Go
you can't
bottom,
cast. You can't cast anything.
Draw.
So what are you looking
Scry
for?
2. That one will be good next turn. This one will also be good next turn.
There's some card I just don't know what it is.
Alright, I guess I'm going to draw those. They do something, so it's better than not doing something. And then, yeah, it's your turn.
So you can't cast any spells,
I can't cast spells.
and you're dead on board. But there's something that maybe lets me win. That lets you win. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to declare combat.
You're in combat.
I'm so scared. Why am I so scared?
I can't cast spells, Max. There's nothing that could happen here, right?
That's what it seems like.
What could I possibly have?
Okay, I guess I don't know. So attack you with everything.
Alright, before blocks are declared, I'm going to cycle Shark Typhoon.
That does make a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah,
that is a card.
that's the thing.
That's the. That's the. So you could have made a 1/1 shark.
I could have made a 1/1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. So I have a 5/5 Shark. I'm going to block both your rattle chains with these two.
And take not even close to lethal.
It would be 3 at the moment.
Okay. Am I allowed to concede in shame now?
No, not concede in shame.
Okay.
I go to 3.
Yeah, I was like that anyways. Yeah, Shark Typhoon makes a lot of sense. Okay, go.
Go.
Yeah, you can tell I played like no standard.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm going to start my turn by casting Angular Guts.
Concede in shame.
Oh, I was going to play Lukka and then get another angel. Lukka!
So, yeah, I guess I don't really know what I could have done. I kind of just lost.
The Shark Typhoon was going to get you kind of at a lot of points. And
yeah.
Shark Typhoon is a card this deck is playing specifically because decks like that exist, where my Omen of the Sun doesn't do anything against flying creatures, but Shark Typhoon does, as it turns out. And it's kind of, it's another way to kind of cheat fires. It's like I can cast a spell with the mana I don't use on fires during your turn.
Yeah. That was rough.
I was looking for a second Shark Typhoon when I was saying I'm looking for specifically one thing. I was thinking if it was better to just play the Shark Typhoon main, like just hardcast it, and then I'd get a 5/5 flyer off my ECD, but then I would have had to shock to play around Dispute.
Yeah.
Did you have Dispute the whole game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had one. Yeah, I had one, and then I immediately do the second one.
Okay, so I was ready to play around it most of the time?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Good. Very good. Played that well then.
Yeah, like maybe if I had disputed the angel like many turns ago, then you wouldn't have. Then you would have to pay 3 more mana to get the Yorion into your hand that turn, and then you couldn't have Shark Typhoon for his big. But you could have still Typhooned, I think, so it wouldn't have been.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
A 3-mana or 2/2 Typhoon would have still traded with Rattle Chains. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have had a 5-mana one left over, but it would have been fine. And the turn you were saying you were going to go for it, I could have made a 1/1 guy, like, thinking you have lethal, because really, like, the way you have lethal there is if you play a ton of spirits and then make your Watcher of the Spheres like a 10/10 or whatever, and then I just blocked that. And that's when you were saying, when you were thinking about the Teferi, if you attack with one thing at Teferi, then I'm going to protect Teferi, I'm going to trade, or like protect it.
Yeah.
So you made the right attack there for sure. Just forgetting Shark Typhoon's a card, but playing around it perfect, actually.
Yeah. These tappers would have been useful. Maybe I want some of them.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I actually think Shacklegeist is bad, but that Nebelgast is good.
Yeah, Flash is great.
Yeah, just a flash thing.
Yeah. But I'll just stick with high. I'll just test out high sideboarded because
you can go back. You can switch if you want.
No, because I think I should be able to like. I just do a lot of mystical disputes that game. I think my other counter spells should allow me to kind of do what I was trying.
Counter spells are definitely better.
Yeah.
It is kind of awkward though that both Mystical Dispute and Lofty Denial get really bad if I get a Fires in play, which was kind of always the problem with the, like Fires and the Fires Teferi combo to begin with, was like you needed to play Mystical Dispute to beat Teferi, but if they ever had the Fires instead,
like, it's heinous.
where you like pass with 1 mana up and now your Mystical Dispute never does anything, it's so annoying. That was why I think that was why Fires got banned in Standard. Although I do kind of feel like you could maybe unban Fires now that Teferi is banned, because Teferi was the problem card to begin with, but I don't know.
There's so many cards that they could ban.
Well, I think Fires is okay in Standard with Teferi gone. Teferi was the card that made Fires heinous, because you just never got punished for having this ridiculously high curve, which is what Fires wants you to do, right? It wants you to have sorcery speed stuff that costs like 10.
Yeah.
But like that's so bad against a deck that have counter spells. Like you just can't beat decks like that.
Yeah.
But if you have a Teferi, those decks can't exist. So it's like.
Yeah. Teferi was a pretty horrible design. Well, this hand's not the perfect hand, but I have some stuff that's good.
So my hand's kind of awkward, but in an 80 card deck, it's hard to mulligan for specific cards because you're just not even that likely to see them on the mulligan. And I have a decent curve and all my colors, so I just don't think I can mulligan this. I'm going to keep.
Alright, Island go.
Oh, that was a good draw. I'm going to play a Ketria Trio and pass.
Ooh. Yeah, you do have sorcery. Yeah, it's always weird, like, playing around Dispute versus other stuff. I will, just say go.
Draw. So I have the choice of these two. This one's better because of the play I'm about to make. It lets me cast Narset next turn if I draw it. So I'm gonna shock in Sacred Foundry. Go to 18, and I'm gonna play. No. I'm sorry. I have to play Sacred Foundry because the card I want to cast.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Now that I thought about it, and I'm gonna play Birth of Meletus.
Got it.
And then
I'll play Rattle Chains.
you has Rattle Chains. I'm gonna put the planes in my hand, and it's Max's turn.
Alright. I'd like to draw.
So you heard all of those things I just said. You can ignore all of them. Doesn't make any sense. Go ahead.
I would have preferred
Not that.
not that.
Okay.
2.
Give me a 16.
Go.
Oh, no white mana.
Yeah, no way, man. Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about Queller, but it does feel pretty likely that you have
no.
some sort of counterspell. Probably you kept the hand. You kept 7, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'd keep any 7.
Fair enough. So I get a wall in my draw step.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw that. That's a really not good draw actually. So I think what I'm supposed to do here is just play the planes Max knows about and cast it to Fairy.
Nay.
Right.
Mystical Dispute.
Fairy gone.
Yep.
You go.
This thing. Mausoleum Wanderer.
You're wandering.
Planes. Ooh, that's planes like.
Planes like.
Attack for 3.
Yep, I'm at 13.
Go.
Alright, I go back to 15 in my draw step. I draw that. This is gone. I'm going to start my turn by casting a Chain to the Rocks. Wait, no I'm not. I'm going to play a Fabled Passage and then cast a Chain to the Rocks targeting my Sacred Foundry.
Okay. Results.
Good?
Yep.
I'm going to take... take that one.
Okay.
I guess you could sack it if you wanted to.
No. I can't.
Oh, you can't target it. Yeah, okay. Alright, your go.
Attack.
I'm gonna fetch, get Island, and cycle Shark Typhoon for 1.
Oh boy. Yeah. This deck has a little bit less white sources than I thought, but yeah. Okay, are you gonna block?
I will block with my Shark Typhoon guy.
It's down.
So I don't need to get the token because we're gonna block, but I do get to draw a card.
Yep. Alright, go. It's not looking great, but I'm not like straight dead if I draw planes right away.
I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna cast a Fires of Invention.
I will shape construct that.
Alright, Fires is down.
Yep.
I'm gonna play a Steam Vent tapped and pass to you.
Please give me a planes. Woohoo, planes. I'm at 18.
Max has plays he can make now. You
Alright.
good?
Yeah, I'm done.
Chain of the Rocks I like as a spell, but it is really annoying to play with now that I'm doing this.
You could just like, I don't think I'm gonna destroy your mountain anytime soon. You could just kind of go like,
Alright.
you just have it.
It's on the
enchant-
Sacred Foundry.
Yeah.
So you shocked in a Hallowed Fountain?
Yep.
So I feel like I'm gonna get Spell Queller here. I guess I could play around Dispute though. Yeah, I might as well play around Dispute. Put that into play. Tap these and cast Narset.
Queller.
We're quelled.
Yep.
And I'll pass to you.
Ooh, it worked. Okay. Tap draw. Another plane. Attack.
13.
Yep. We'll play tap land.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 16 and take up.
End of turn, I'm going to cycle a Raugrin Triome.
Sounds good.
Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the floods.
Yes. Blood.
Alright, I'm going to play a Fabled Passage and pass.
Alright, so here's a somewhat classic scenario of, like, you could get really fancy and not play this, but sometimes you just gotta play, like, a 2-3, and just a 2-3.
I mean, I'm flooding. It's not counting anything anytime soon.
Yep. And, yeah, like, if we get wrecked, we get wrecked, but, we're just gonna have to speed up the clock, so.
Yep.
Attack for 6.
Right, before blocks, I'm going to fetch.
Yeah. Oh boy.
We drew another Shark Typhoon.
Oh no. Shark Typhoon's so good against me.
I think I want Mountain here, although maybe I just want more blue. Yeah, I already got 3 red sources. I'll just get more blue.
Yeah, this is gonna get kind of rough soon. If you have a big
Got
shark.
5/5.
Yeah, 5/5 flying is like not messing around.
Yeah, my hand was 4 lands when I cast the fires, so I was trying to bait you into countering it.
Yeah.
Just to like get a counterspell out of your hand so that I could do something.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't counter it, I would like it would turn off all your situational spells later. So I think it's still right for you to counter, but my hand just it was the only spell in my hand, so it wasn't
Yeah, like
doing
at that
anything.
point you just had 4 lands in place. So like
Yeah.
I'm gonna counter the fires.
Yeah,
for sure.
you probably should.
Yeah.
Like if my hand dispels, you're just so dead if you let it resolve. So
Yeah.
it makes a ton of sense, but yeah.
Shark Typhoon, man, this makes playing against control so much harder from spirits than it used to be.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a 5/5. I draw a card,
Yeah.
and I'll block you.
Take 3.
All right, and I'm gonna cast my Narset.
I'll counter it.
No.
There, go.
All right, so I took 3. I'm at 10.
Yeah, I regret cutting my tap creatures.
Well,
So
now
at
we
least,
know.
at least all of them. Yeah, it's good to learn. The matchup definitely changed.
Now we know. All right, draw for turn.
Flood hard.
There is some serious flooding happening here. That is no joke.
I need it. I needed it to happen.
So I'm still at 10. I don't think it's super likely Max can kill me with 1 card in hand. Even if you drew like 2 lords, I still have like a block. So yeah, I'm gonna play this and then pay 3 mana and draw a Yorion that I actually think is probably in my deck now that I think about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the Yorion that has just randomly been in my deck.
Yep.
Alright, so lesson learned from playing with Yorion. I have not played with this card very much in paper. It's been mostly online. Don't shuffle it in your deck. I would have actually gotten... I wouldn't be able to get it here in paper. It would just be in my deck. I would just have boarded up to 81 cards.
Oh yeah, you can board it in. Yeah.
Which, yeah.
It's legal. Yeah.
It's a legal play, so I just
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to get it here, but for the purposes of the video, I should be smarter.
Yeah, but when I lose, it just has an asterisk next to it now. It's fine.
Alright, fair.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
Okay. So I need Zach to draw very little, and to me draw very well.
I do have a spell now, at least.
Play around Dispute, just in case. Why not?
I don't have a dispute.
Go. No attacks.
Alright. I'm gonna draw... Oh, that was a good one.
No.
That was a good one.
I hate Shark Typhoon so much.
I'm gonna attack you for 5.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Yep, I'm at 11. What's next?
Next I'm gonna play a Supreme Verdict.
Okay.
All my guys are gone.
Yep.
And then I'm actually gonna go to 8 off a land and play a Lukka. I could have put the Angel in play, which may have been better, but now we're gonna wait until I find a thing. Go ahead. I'm doing this so it can't be countered. He could draw a stroke and get it. Go. But when I draw something that makes tokens, you're in trouble.
Yes.
Okay, that's not a thing that makes the tokens. Here you go.
So plussing does nothing?
I can plus and like exile and look for my Angel, I guess.
Because what if you want to -7 at some point?
What does a -7 even do?
It does damage to something.
Each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. I don't even have creatures in
Okay,
play.
I think you should have some respect for the game. And
Respect for the game plus.
yeah.
Alright, exile the top 3 cards. Alright,
Nice.
another Lukka down.
Okay.
Alright, they didn't do anything.
Okay.
I guess I didn't really want to draw those that much though, so
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Alright, I'll play a creature.
Okay.
Go.
Draw.
Also, like, you could save up to minus more.
I only have 2 targets.
Okay.
I can already do it.
Well, what if I attack it? And then it gets smaller, and then you can still -2.
All true. All true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to just like get the Angel before I Wrathed, just to gain life. And I still would have had a Luke in play. I could have done that. It's an interesting play. My life total is not like super low, and if I really want to, I can put the Yorion in play and turn it into an Angel, which it's unclear if that's even good for me. I think I'm just gonna... I'll plus again. We're going up. I'm threatening all.
Yeah.
If we hit the angel, I'll cast it.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Okay. I guess I didn't really want to draw any of those, so that's good. And then you turn...
Cast it.
No mystical dispute.
Pay.
Okay. It resolves.
Oh boy. What have I got myself into? Okay, yeah, I'll attack you for 2.
You don't want to attack Lukka?
No, I'm good.
You just don't believe in the threat?
Well, if you hadn't plus twice, I might attack it. But
Draw for turn. Alright, it doesn't really do anything, but it kind of does things. I guess all this is just gonna happen. I'm gonna play Fires of Invention.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna play Yorion off Fires as my second spell. I'll blink out Fires.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna cast Elspeth Conquers Death.
Okay.
No targets.
Yep.
Then I am going to minus on my Yorion. So, wait, is it exile? Oh, it gets exiled? Oh, I thought it's sacrificed. I was going to bring it back with ECD.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. It's okay.
So, what does this do to the cards that you find on the way? Put them back.
They go on the bottom in random order.
Damn. Oh, somebody got exiled, so that like if the bottom 2 cards were both angels, you just like, lose.
That's fair. Alright. How close were we to angel if I had kept plussing? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18! Only 18 cards!
Yeah. You go to 20. Yeah.
And then my fires will come back and it's your turn, Max.
Okay. So I need to do a lot of things to be able to win. Go.
Go?
Yep.
Sacred Foundry's still chained up over here, just so you know.
Yeah, I guess you could have Yorioned it and exchanged the Wanderer for a Phantom.
Well, that was probably a better play, actually. I
But-
probably should have done it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, so I draw my Elspeth Conquers Death goes to 2. So you can't Lukka an angel and get another angel. That doesn't work because it has to be higher CMC. I have seen people try to turn the agent they got last turn to another agent, and then they just whiff. So don't try doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast the Teferi Time Raveler with Fires of Invention.
Okay.
Teferi's good?
Yeah. It's sadly. Good.
Okay. I'll bounce that. Draw. Nope. Drew a Castle Ardenvale.
WinCon.
So I'm gonna make a token with Ardenvale.
Yeah.
Which is what we were hoping for. And then I'm immediately Lukka it.
Okay. And
So-
you have a target. Yeah, you have an.
I'm using the token, so it got exiled.
Okay.
My life total's still just gonna stay at 20, but I will have another 4/4 flyer, which I think is important. Somewhere. I promise I have one. I think I have one. There we go.
There we go.
I have 2 angels now. I'm gonna attack you with the other angel. Oh, these were supposed to get shuffled.
Yeah, like I guess because your deck is just so low on win cons, like I could technically win. Like you're kind of just like this is all you got. I have to beat a castle and 2 4/4s, and the rest of your stuff is like.
Well, you need to beat the Wraths and the Planeswalkers.
Well, yeah, but if you wrath, you lose all your angels.
Oh,
but yeah, you got some of those. Okay. I'd say I'm at like at least like 0.1% to win.
Okay, I believe that.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'll play some stuff.
You have stuff.
Go.
Alright. Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it doesn't really do anything, but ECD pops.
And you have something to get back?
I can get a Narset.
Oh,
Or
that's-
another Teferi if I want.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'll get Narset. Narset on 6.
Okay, I think I'm willing to...
Hold on.
Okay, I'm not willing. I'll just take it.
Narset.
I'll just take it. I'll just let it happen.
Ooh, I could verdict here. I don't think that's good though. I'm gonna get a chain to the rocks. I'm gonna cast a chain to the rocks using a different Sacred Foundry.
No, put on the same, please.
Super awkward. I'll target the Lord. Alright, we got some stuff chained up over here.
Yeah.
Very awkward. Oh, I'm casting off fires.
Of course.
And then I'm gonna cycle this Triome. Plus my Teferi.
Yeah.
You're at 7.
Yeah.
I'll attack.
No blocks.
Like that.
No blocks.
No blocks?
Yeah.
Alright.
Please kill me.
Alright, Yorion going in the sideboard.
Yeah. Some of these have been good. I think, in hindsight, I wish I had cut these instead, just because I wasn't really using the ability all that much because of like playing on rafts
This
and
one
stuff.
seemed a lot better on the play too.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that I should have realized that like yeah, he's gonna get some creatures. Shark Typhoon just also was a pretty big thing I didn't think about when I was sideboarding.
Yep.
Yeah. But oh well, good to know.
Yeah. The Shark Typhoon I think was the big breaker there. As you can see, game 1 I had no Shark Typhoons. The other 2 games I did have Shark Typhoons, and that mattered a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So overall thoughts on the matchup? How do you think it feels?
It felt tougher than I expected because normally I think Spirits is pretty good against like kind of control decks. Just like you have a lot of ways to interact with Verdict and just like their whole game plan. But yeah, Shark Typhoon is just like a beating, and also just Teferi's pretty annoying.
Against you, yeah.
Yeah, I think had I been a little more familiar with the matchup, I think it would have felt a little closer. But in the post-board games, felt pretty favored for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once I get some of the clunky stuff out, bring in cheaper interaction, have a flying blocker that gains me life too, I think is a big deal. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this iteration of making Paper Magic. Remember, if you enjoyed the content we're making here, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us out a lot. Helps us grow the channel.
Please do.
And if you want to comment, any questions on the matchup, any questions on deck list choices, anything like that, both of us are happy to get in the comment section and answer the questions you have.
Yeah, I'm also very active on Twitter if you have any questions about like.
Oh yeah, Max, where can the people find you on Twitter?
M_Mcvety. So, now I'm Max Attack, my Magic Online name. So I'm just at Max Attack.
At Max Attack.
And with 2 X's, of course. But
okay, we'll link that too in the show notes or the show description, so you can find it there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at A22EN. Feel free to do so. And with that, we'll talk to you guys later.